on an ancient artifact. Curious, he wound up the mechanism on top. Suddenly, 6 tentacles extended from inside the device. Just as he and his granddaughter thought it was nothing but a toy, the tentacles began lifting up one by one, then, without warning, latched onto the old man's palm. The searing pain made him jump to his feet. It took every ounce of his strength to pry the thing off his hand. The blood-soaked artifact seemed satisfied and retracted its tentacles. At first, the old man didn't think much of it, but that night, he was hit with an unbearable thirst. He had to chug an entire glass of water just to get some relief. At the same time, the bandaged wound on his palm started itching like crazy, and when he spotted the raw meat in the fridge, he felt this overwhelming urge to eat it. None of these strange changes in his body raised any red flags for him though, because the wound on his palm just kept itching more and more. He tried everything to make it stop, but nothing worked. So, almost as if something was guiding him, he pulled out the same artifact that had hurt him earlier. He unwrapped the bandage and placed the device in his palm. When he wound it up, the tentacles quickly emerged. But this time, when the spikes pierced his hand, he felt an incredible rush of pleasure. What he didn't realize was that as the gears inside turned, his blood was being slowly drained, bringing the creature inside back to life. The next morning, the old man was shocked to find he looked years younger. After shaving off his beard, his wife, who had been pretty cold toward him lately, suddenly couldn't take her eyes off him. Her newfound affection gave him a real confidence boost. But when he showed up at his shop in high spirits, he found the lock had been broken and the whole place was trashed. The culprit had even left their address on his desk, bold as brass. Turns out, the day before, a man had come into his shop and immediately set his sights on an angel statue, and he wasn't shy about throwing money around. But when the old man was wrapping up the statue, he kept quiet about a strange discovery he'd made the day before. He'd found the artifact hidden inside it. The buyer must have realized the artifact was missing once he got home, which is probably why he wrecked the shop. The old man wanted to know where the artifact came from, and he also wanted compensation for the damage, so he headed to the address. The person who met him was also an elderly man who pulled out an ancient book documenting the artifact's origins. About 400 years ago, an alchemist created this device called the Devil's Silver Claw in his quest for immortality. It could extend a person's life and restore their youth, but at a cost. That's why the way you use it matters so much. Over 40 years ago, the alchemist who invented it was buried under a collapsed building. A sharp object pierced through his chest. His skin was covered in strange patterns. His last words were,
Era el alquimista.
But no one knew what that meant, and no one knew what happened to the Devil's Silver Claw. It wasn't until a swarm of cockroaches crawled out of a broken angel statue that the old man brought the artifact back into the world. This other man had found the manuscript years ago and had never stopped searching for the artifact that could grant eternal life. Now that he was dying from illness,